What's up out there? I hope everybody had a great Friday and is having a great Friday. It's Friday night. We got a action-packed weekend coming up here, and just depending on who you are and what you got going on for the weekend, you already know it's going to be busy. It's going to be a lot of action, a lot of um, I don't know, controversy to come. So I'm a little anticipating, I guess, what's going to happen on Sunday as far as the A7FL goes and the YMCA right there off of East 33rd Street, where old Memorial Stadium used to be. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring in my special guest of the evening, a Mr. Marcus Cole. Commissioner, Coach Marcus Cole,
Hey, good
the
evening.
whole shebang. What's going on, Coach? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great for on this Friday.
Good.
Friday just ready to get off and unwind and get prepared for another exciting weekend of football for sure.
Yeah, it's been a little crazy. Week one had its spins and its spills and its highs and its lows,
Yeah,
but seems like we came out of it. A lot of stuff going on up top, a lot of stuff going on right here in the central Middle East. It's south bound to those guys from up north, but a lot of stuff happening, man. I mean, what's your take on just some of the shenanigans, for lack of a better word, right now that's been going on? I mean, are you paying it much mind, or you just kind of just focusing on what you have to focus on and getting ready for Sunday?
yeah. I mean, honestly, I would say this season, my mind is really in a different place. This year. As far as the league stuff goes, I would say some of it is growing pains.
Hmm.
And some of it's um, just missed mistakes, things that need to be corrected, immediately and right away, I spoke to, the ones that need to be spoken to, so we can all get on the same page, as collectively as a league, and get this thing back on track. We don't want to have the, conspiracy about, getting cheated. You want to think that you're getting, you're going to get a fair game, but all of the corrections from week one have been made, so hopefully going into week two and moving forward, we shouldn't have those issues any longer.
Right. So it's obvious that what you're referring to is what happened up at Asbury Park last Sunday. You went there. You went there without like knowing. I don't know if you knew you went there, but you went there kind of on the low a little bit. So it's obvious that it's on the tip of your brain, because for you to drive all the way up to Asbury Park and then kind of feel slighted on some calls and some things that happened that ultimately pretty much called the game, or resulted in the outcome. A lot of guys came in, and I watched a lot of comments, and people were saying, "Hey, man, you can't let the refs decide the game. You gotta have the game, under control for your team to guarantee an assured win." And
Yeah,
I was listening to a lot of them comments. I was, Coach, and for the most part, I stayed on the low, but I didn't really say much. But the fact of the matter is, being as I'm a coach too, you can't call that. You can't guarantee that. You
yeah,
can't predict what's going to happen on week one. Week
yeah,
one is week one.
absolutely.
You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if your team's going to come out and smash the other team in the mouth and go up 30 points and guarantee to ride the fourth quarter out and run the clock out. You don't know. I mean, you
Yeah,
you playing BIC. You went up there to play BIC. It was
yeah,
going to be a close game, and that's exactly what it was. But everybody else, what they got to say? Oh no, you don't let the refs decide the game. You got to take control of the game. I mean, how you feel about that? Did you think you was going to go up there and just dominate BIC all over the field and come out of there with a 30-point victory? Be honest.
I mean, honestly, talking to the Cobras throughout the week, I think, of course, we had a game plan, that we definitely stuck to. We had some ideas, but ultimately, the captains got together collectively, and they said, "Hey, listen, we're going up here to play Cobra football, so forget about everything else, and let's just focus on ourselves and doing what we can do." Now fast forward into the game, we definitely did some things right. We definitely did some things wrong. We definitely left some opportunities out there. Some missed conversions. That came back to really be important. I've always said that you know conversions are just as important as touchdowns. And most people don't think it that way, but it is important. So we left some opportunities out there. We had plenty of opportunities to put the game away. You know, um, Shots out to both teams. You know, Playing in those conditions were a challenge within itself. I mean, everybody's played in rain, everybody's played in but when you have the wind and the other stuff in the cold rain, it was a lot to deal with. Honestly, we had guys that was literally stiffening up on the sidelines because so much rain, so much stuff was going on, but needless to say, no excuses, got to get the job done, and BIC and Cobras have always had some tough battles, and of course you never want to go to another state and leave it in the referee's hands. I would say the only thing that excuse me, the only thing that really just kind of, I guess, irritated me without the whole situation was um in a game that's being called, you can't have a referee make a call and then a couple minutes later change the call. So that was a big controversy and things like that. That was the only thing that really kind of upset me the most out of everything that went down. But it's okay. It's been corrected. Moving forward. And this week we should expect some different results and things like that. But I'm not here to bash the league in no kind of way. I'm here to, you know, um, help this thing grow. But like I said in my previous live, we have to get to a point where as though we're all working on the same page. So we can have this thing equal, across the board and everything. So.
Did you actually have any conversations about what happened up at Asbury on Sunday, as far as what the officials were doing? I mean, as far as what the goal is and what the plan is going to be moving forward to assure that that doesn't happen, or was their play calling? Excuse me, was their officiating really that bad? Like I've heard a couple analysts talk about those two plays
Hmm.
after you've had time to just review them in slow motion. And sometimes it takes time after time after time, slow mo replay after slow mo replay to really think about what happened on the field in real time, fast. And the game is fast. You know just as well as anybody else how quick that game is, that 7-on-7 uh, full contact style of play, is because you play it yourself. Believe it or not, I don't know if a lot of people know that Coach Cole, Commissioner Cole, plays as well and has played recently. Okay, so he knows how fast the game is. Now, for an official to make that call and be right all the time on a 50-50 call, I mean, it's it's preseason essentially. That game one to me, and I know nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody thinks you're just supposed to go right out there since it was a regular season game and be in regular season form. But I just don't feel as though that was a fair perception of how week one was supposed to go. Now, like you said, week two, I mean, we should see some improvements, right?
Absolutely. So I would say this. I really think that we're kind of maybe going a little too hard,
Yeah.
being a little bit too critical.
Hmm.
I would
Yep.
say throughout that Cobras game, the two calls that you're referring to is one was the interception, And
Mm-hmm.
then the second one was the conversion. If you take those two calls away, referees called a pretty decent game. So
There you
I
go.
think that like I said, if Cobras are not don't put themselves in that position, you know what I mean, they put the game away early on, with conversions or whatever, and not be in that position, then those calls wouldn't even have mattered, but other than that, I think that the referees did a pretty good, decent job. I mean, and of course, I know they got their jobs is hard. My thing, the whole issue was communicating who's in the booth, communicating to the referees.
Mm-hmm.
Who is in charge of overturning these calls and who's in charge, who's in the referee's ear. You know what I mean? And that's what we got corrected. I didn't get an answer that particular day. I got it the very next day, a couple hours
Mm-hmm.
later after that, whatever. But I did get the answer that we was looking for. It did get corrected, and because week one is like this. Everybody's excited, everybody's antsy, even the production crew to everybody's excited, and sometimes people overstep their boundaries, and I won't go into too many details, but I'll just kind of put it that way. But moving forward, it's been corrected, you know what I mean? And now we're able to, make sure things are running smoothly and properly and getting done and handled the way they should be.
So tell me, Coach, what's the plan for Sunday over at the Y? I mean, we talk about what went wrong in New Jersey last weekend, but what are we doing to assure that things are in place? Has there been an official meeting, a meeting with the officials, the refs, to
Mm-hmm.
talk about how they're going to cover the game? I guess we're going to be getting pretty decent weather. I haven't seen a weather report yet, but I'm guessing we're getting pretty decent weather.
Yeah, I saw something about 66 degrees as far as weather on Sunday.
Mhm.
But to answer your question, yeah, I've always, especially with Baltimore, I always, reach out to my referees, talk to my referees, and things like that. You know, um, they are out there to call what they see. If there's something questionable, you can always challenge. But the referees will be, calling what they see, and they will be making a call. The good thing is that it's three officials, whereas though we normally had two officials. We normally get three officials during the playoffs. So to have three guys out there, is always an extra help, always an extra bonus. I believe even next year, there's a possibility that they're going to be four referees out there at one time, because I believe the more you have out there, just the better overall game you're probably going to get for sure. So, but what we can expect Sunday at the YMCA, we can expect some great football. We're going to have our own security there. We're going to have our own safety, COVID protocol team there. We're going to have some fans there. We're going to have the producer from 98 Rock is going to be coming there, which is very exciting. I'll be meeting with her. She's very excited to, come check out the games and things like that. Of course, we're going to have our food vendor out there, and they'll be out there, with some great food and things like that. But we can look forward to some great football. We just ask that everybody come with the mindset of just, coming to enjoy themselves, family friendly, fun environment, you know, um, definitely something we can look and build off of. Definitely have to clean up behind ourselves,
Yeah.
of course, we're a huge establishment, as a league and everything like that. So I'm just looking forward to another great opportunity. I heard that even though I wasn't um, at Lamel last week, I heard that great games was good, everything was perfect. Field was cleaned up. I heard that everything ran well. Even though I'm not there, I am still there because I have people that work with me that helps me and contact me to let me know everything is okay.
Well, I was there, and things went well, very well. Um, it's a physical, emotional game, so sometimes tempers get a little, heated here and there. But other than that, man, it was clean. It was like you said, the guys were respectful of the field. They cleaned up. They, um, they showed camaraderie. I mean, they treated each other as brethren, and that goes for each team that played each other. I mean, usually, you see a little bit more I don't know, disorganization on the sideline. A lot more yelling and arguing and fussing with each other. I saw very few of that, very little of that. So, very good, very good. Week one at Lamel was great. Now, at Berry Park, you could say something different, but our week one here in Maryland went pretty well. So we're looking to continue that. And I know that a lot of the guys are watching this feed. They know and they agree with what I'm saying, and they understand what you're saying because this is what we're used to. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? This is what we're used to. So we're planning and preparing for Sunday, and we want it to go well. So what are our matchups? Let's talk about our matchups for this Sunday.
Yeah, so at 12 o'clock, we have the Baltimore Vipers versus the Baltimore Bulldogs. Should be a very exciting game. Both teams came out playing hard last week. And they both sustained an L or loss. But I believe both teams are going to come out fighting this week. Every teams are looking pretty good. This year. For week one, there were no major, blowouts or anything like that. Everybody's coming and fighting and really, getting after this thing. So I expect the same exact thing, this week. And 2 o'clock, you have the Baltimore Gators versus the Baltimore Cobras, which should be, a very another exciting game. Both teams are very familiar with each other. So it should be a very interesting game. Very another exciting game for sure.
So you really believe this too, and these guys, a lot of these guys really believe that week one they were going to come out and just beat the brakes off of another team. And if you talk to certain people in the league, they're going to tell you. I mean, Keith Sal said it on his feed not too long ago. He said, "You're not going out and you're not coming out and just beating anybody 30-0 anymore." It's think about what teams do during the offseason. You had a whole passing year, plenty of time to recruit, to scout, to plan the teams that you know that you're going to have to compete with. Nobody's forming teams that they think are just going to come out and lose or just get beaten really bad. Even the Vipers game, they hung in there with the Vikings for a minute. A couple blown plays on their own behalf, illegal movements on the line. I mean, they had a couple big plays. One went for a touchdown, got called back because of illegal motion. Yeah. So that woke, as far as I was concerned, watching and filming the game, that woke the Vikings up. They said, I saw them. I mean, if you look at the film, they're pointing at each other like, what happened right there? Yeah, there was illegal motion. Good thing the ref saw it, because if he missed it, that would have been a touchdown. Now, again, by no means, Vikings and Vikings fans out there, am I saying that the Vipers would have beat the Vikings in week one? It's just the Vikings are stacked. The Vikings are stacked. It is what it is. And they are going to go far as long as they can stay healthy. But I'm saying, young team, new team like that, come out, stay together. They battled to the end. There was no giving up. They fought. You got to give those guys respect for what they did, what they came out and did. So
I'm actually looking forward to seeing the matchup, the U versus the Vikings. I think that's it's going to be a heavyweight fight, and it's going to be who can last 12 rounds.
Yeah, he's standing after 12.
Who can sustain those body blows, and who's going to get that last uppercut in there, and it should be a very interesting matchup. And I say interesting because both teams are very physical. Both teams are crafty. Both teams are very athletic. Across the board, they have players that can play multiple positions on both teams. So it's going to be interesting to see. Who can sustain those 12 rounds. So I'm definitely looking forward, to seeing that matchup definitely. So that's gonna be exciting.
So, what's it like for you this year? Is this year any different than previous years as commissioner? Because I know, talking to you personally, uh, your job is real trying. It's stressful. Are you feeling as though you're coming right back into that same trend of being stressed out, or do you think that with the new additions and some of the growth and development of the league, it's taking some pressure off of you as commissioner? Are you able to focus more on your Cobra team than you was before, or do you still feel bogged down with your duties?
Well, I think that related to the Cobras, I believe that the captains of the team do an excellent job, with the team. So with them being able to do that, I'm able to step off and do other roles and do other things and stuff like that. As far as the league and everything goes, I
Mhm.
think this year, has been a little bit busy, regarding because guys got to register and things like that. And Sean is most people don't know Sean is the president of A7FL. And Sean is always constantly, um, contacting me. Hey, who's this guy? Who's that guy? So just busy with that, making sure everybody's registered and is on and everything like that. Um, Somebody said, "Mark, are you in the
Are
bathroom?"
you in the bathroom?
No, no, no. I'm at work. I'm in a school. I'm in a school. That's a school. That's a board. I'm in a school building. No, but no,
Oh man.
it's definitely been a little bit busy this year. But I believe and hopefully this year is a big year that hopefully a major sponsor does come in and buy into this league and everything like that it could possibly grow and really flourish or whatever. So as far as my duties, I'm trying to stay as stress free as possible. That's where I'm at. Like I can't, for health purposes, I can't deal. I have to keep my stress levels down. So like Sunday there'll be security there to help out with any little things that need to be done. I have my team, that helps out, of course, Rome and Mike Johnson. He does a great job. Those guys help me out. Keith Purnell, also Prop. All of those guys help out and assist. It takes a team. And for years I put the responsibility on myself, like Sly, Hit. I mean, the numbers, the names can go on as far as guys that really help out in this league. That really help me out or
Mhm.
help us out at Maryland. So I took it as for years in the past that I thought I had to do everything myself. Thought I had to do everything myself, and that wasn't the case. I had a team of guys or people that have always been in my corner and just hey Marcus, when you need me, I'm available. And if you need me to do this, I'll do that. So I'm grateful for the ones that have stepped up, that have been able to help me out and things like that. So it's very appreciative, for sure.
Yeah, special shout out to those guys. I know each and every guy that you mentioned.
Yeah.
They're my guys too. I'm very grateful that you have them in your corner helping you out because you needed that. It took a little while. You was trying to do all that stuff yourself until you realized that you had guys like that, and they're diligent. I'm part of your staff, and I'm privy to what the rest of the team, and that's the coaching staff or the administrative staff is doing, that a lot of people may or may not know. So I'm glad you gave shouts out to those guys because I was getting ready to ask you about them, and you did a good job
And
at
I mean, and the list is
segueing.
deep. The list is deep. Of course, yourself, Jaya. I
Mhm.
mean, of people is deep. You know what I mean? So I just really say, shout out to the whole Baltimore team, the whole Baltimore crew. Everybody that helps me out. I mean, of course, I know and of course the captains. I talk
Mhm.
to the captains all the time. I talk to my captains a lot. And I'm just trying to make sure everybody's on the same page. Nobody's not missing any information, and everything is being put out there. Um, so people can know what's going on. So
All right, Coach. So before I let you go, as always on the Speak Your Mind show, you know me, all my guests know that I start going into the deep part of the conversation. I always try to draw something out of my guests. And right now you are on the hot seat because you are my guest. So the
Okay.
questions are being directed to you. We will start with this one. How much attention do you pay to all the chatter? I mean, I don't know. Do you ever turn your phone off? Is it Marcus did this? This Marcus fault. How much of that stuff do you actually pay attention to? And be honest. I mean, just be honest. Just tell the truth. Do
You
you
mean like stuff on the page and stuff like that?
all the posts? You got multiple shows
Yeah.
that are out now. Everybody's doing their live feeds. You got all kinds of I don't know analysts of the game who you have to you can't just ignore them because there are people that you know. There are seasoned people that are part of the league. They're players, and they know what they're talking about to a degree to where you have to listen to them and respect what they're saying, and at least diagnose uh, what the topic of conversation might be. So, how do you deal with all that? And how is it for you to try to pick and choose what you're going to respond to?
Man, that's a good excellent question. So how do I deal with all the stuff in the page? I mean, honestly, I look at things on the page. I look at the stuff that I'm tagged in and things like that. But you know, I would say I don't look at it as less. I may look at it a little bit less than what I normally do. Of course, everybody know I have two phones. You know what I mean? That's the only way I'm able to run things and and keep things going down here. But I say it's a blessing and a curse to have two phones. Because you get those notifications and but honestly, I'm at a place now where I value my time and I value my peace. So, yeah, I mean, some guys live video, I check it out, I peep it out, the live streams and stuff like that. I go in there and check things out just to see what the conversation is like. I probably won't be on there the whole entire time, but just check things out a little bit, see what's talking about, then I'll jump off or something like that. Sometimes I have some downtime at work and stuff like that, and I'll check things out and just seeing how things are going. But other than that, I'm back busy to preparing things for the week. I'm talking to referees and maybe talking to you or talking to Sean or just getting everything prepared for the week to come. Of course, me and you've been talking all day long back and forth.
Ooh,
About
yeah,
Sunday. Just getting things prepared and going over things how they should be, how they should look, and things like that. So yeah, I mean, I'll have a little bit of time to check things out, but I got to get back to planning and getting everything in place the way they should be for Sunday.
yeah, and you do a great job at it. And I know we spend a lot of time on the phone and doing things that we need to do in order to plan and prepare. So, um, and just so you know, I am having some issues with the mic. Do you hear that clicking?
I hear that clicking a little bit. Is that on my end?
I don't know who's in this one. I mean, I hear it pretty
I hear.
loud. Hold on, let me try something real quick.
Okay, I didn't know if that was on my end or not, but
I don't know who's in this. It's usually a trial and error thing here. Again, so y'all that know me, I love live shows. This is live, so live incidences happen. But I want to try this other microphone and tell me if you still hear that. So microphone change. Hold on.
okay. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
So I can still hear it. That sounds more like maybe you're in. Do you hear me?
I
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
me?
I can hear you. I still hear that clicking noise a little
Yeah,
bit.
me too. So who knows what it is? I'm not going to keep you much longer anyway. But I did want to ask you one more semi deep question, and that's referring to how much I don't know. Let's say you were up at Asbury. Okay, I saw you on the field. I saw you on the camera. And I said, that's Coach Cole right there. And I just wonder how much involvement in what the team is doing on the field do you actually have? I mean, are you calling plays? Are you making substitutions? What are you doing? And when you see things happening that you don't like, I mean, how much are you letting the guys know? And you can just be honest with me, or you can plead the fifth, because I told you I'm always going to ask a deep
I,
question, and I want to know the truth. And hey, it's up to you if you want to answer the question in its entirety or not. But are you involving yourself a lot in what your team's doing? Because, and I'm gonna throw this in there real quick. You know, we see Bones back. We know and love Bone, but we wonder, are you is it a strategy? Are you saving Bone? Are you letting him get his sea legs back? I mean, see, there's a lot of things that could be going on that might be going on in Mr. Cole's head that he might not be letting the rest of the world know. So,
yeah. So our thought and process, as far as I'll start with Bone first, okay?
mhm.
And our thought process was, okay, who is BIC game planning for? Okay, when they look on film, who are they thinking? And we kind of instantly knew that Bone was one of those players that they were going to be keying on, or had their eye on for sure. Of course, we switched it up as far as running backs, and went with Humboldt Beast, which is AKA Marquise. And they was not expecting that. That caught them off guard. Did we kind of get away from the run a little bit? Possibly. As far as the play calling goes, our offense runs through Buck, which is a mastermind and great play caller. You know, typically what captains do, we'll get to the sideline and we'll kind of converse and go over a couple things collectively as to what we see. Same thing on defense. Defense runs through Dre Gore, our middle linebacker. I tend to help Dre out a little bit with the rotation because that's a whole nother job within itself. The main thing with this league is all about matchups, you know, and finding those matchups. Who's a good matchup on this person, that person, and that's the biggest thing, So, I try to help out with that, assist with that. Can I get a little bit more involved? Yeah, absolutely. And I will, as the season goes on and, games get, higher and things like that, So
I mean,
that's that,
overall, did you feel? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Coach. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was saying overall, that's pretty much it.
I mean, overall, you felt your team played well. Do you think they left it all out there on the field Sunday?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I feel as though, it's no regrets from the team. Did we leave some opportunities? Absolutely. That's in any football game. I believe that the Cobras were the better team. I believe they came out fighting hard. They pretty much dominated the entire game except maybe a minute and 30 seconds left in the game. But I'm very
Hmm.
proud of the team. My guys know that. We talked about it, and they quickly turned the page. That's what veteran teams do. They quickly turned the page, and they were upset about the calls at the end and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean? But as a veteran team, they quickly, quickly turned the page. Focus turns on to Gators now. And that's where the focus is at with them now. You don't want to leave opportunities and things like that on the field. You don't want to leave it in the referee's hands. But unfortunately, it was what it was. It's just that as long as they know that they play hard, you know, of course the W would have been much better, much greater,
Of
but
course, it always is. It
to know that
always
they
is.
came out fighting 100%, and I'm sure later on down the line we'll probably see BIC again, and we'll definitely fight even harder to get a better outcome for sure.
I'm going to say something to you that I haven't heard anybody else really mention. And if they did mention it, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I was just reading what somebody had put.
Yeah.
You started the show earlier, so I'm able to watch it over here.
Yeah, that's my brother Sven. He's the one who creates all of the graphics that you see and things of that
Oh,
nature for Stroman Entertainment. He's actually in Germany right now. So much love, Sven. That's like 6-7 hours ahead. You know,
Yeah.
so it's extremely late. It's getting late there. I mean, heck, it's 8 o'clock here, so you can imagine what time it is over there right
Wow.
now. But back to the statement I was going to make is I don't hear many analysts, and I'm calling everybody analysts because these guys play the game. I never played the game, so they know the game better than me. But I'm a coach, and I'm a football coach, and X's and O's don't really change much when it comes to planning and trying to coordinate something, right? Do you think? Do you think that BIC Cobras game kind of set a staple mark, a point for everybody in Jersey, PA, even West and down South, because we got people, teams over West, and you got a Florida team as well. That kind of set a staple for everybody, a template almost to say, this is what to expect from Jersey. This is what's coming out of Maryland in that Baltimore area. Do you think that was a good first game to kind of start the whole flow of the conversation and the analyzation of what is to come from other teams coming from those respective areas? Now, I already answered how I feel about it. I believe that game was exactly what we needed. There's got to be a winner. There's got to be a loser. You're talking about a game in which the loser, everybody feels should have won. Well, for the most part. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
So how could it have been better? A 1 point differential. Nobody wants to talk about it. I mean, they'll say, oh, it was a good game. It was a tight game. Don't leave it in the ref's hands. But for the first game to be that close, I think it said a lot because instantly Jersey got involved in wanting to talk about the game. They felt the same way about some things that we agreed. When I say we, I'm talking about Maryland agreed. There was some bad calls, made in that game. So I think it was a good overall game to kind of start the season, start a trend for what to expect. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that anytime you put Jersey and Baltimore on the same field, you're gonna have some fireworks, and I believe the game would have been even greater if the weather conditions would have been a little bit better, But
Mhm.
for what it was a great game. It came down to the wire. A couple plays made, not in the Cobras' favor, but
Mhm.
like we said before, if Cobras don't put themselves in a position, we'll be fine moving forward, So, but I think it sets it up for the next stage. That's why it was so important to have those conversations about making sure you know, everything is right, everything is the way it should be. Because it's going to be a hard fought game. Anytime Jersey and Baltimore, play each other, no matter what the score is. It can be a blowout game, and those teams will still be fighting hard. I've seen it before. In Baltimore and in New Jersey. So it doesn't matter. You know, um, which state they're in. Anytime you put those teams on the same field to play each other, it's going to be some great games for sure.
Let me ask you a question. Have you seen any of these other teams in the league that we know nothing about? I haven't seen no footage on this Florida team. I haven't seen no footage on this other team from Cali. And do you know how many teams are actually competing for the grand prize and the purse of $20,000?
Yeah, so I'm in touch with both captains from both states. Eli, um, which runs the California division, great guy. They start this week. I believe they have 4 teams. It's another guy down south. I think his name is Thomas. Don't hold me to that, but he's new. And he's excited. I believe they have 4 teams down there as well. They start this week. As far as the talent goes, I believe they have some good talent. I believe the A team from Florida has some talent. Of course, um, they're led by a former a team member. I think his name's Terrell. And he's definitely putting some talent together down there. And it's exciting. They're excited. They're ready to go. They're getting after it. And they'll be ready to play this week. So we'll get the chance to see some footage on them and see exactly what they got going on down there. Which would be exciting. For sure. So we'll see how things go.
So travel schedules. I mean, I know they're pretty much in place for Baltimore and Jersey. Um, how do you? I mean, your team obviously travels pretty well. You guys almost pulled off a W, traveling on a 3 hour trip to Jersey. I mean, do you feel as though that travel affected your team at all in a negative way, or I mean, do you feel as though they were ready to play football?
I mean, anytime you're traveling that far, in a rainstorm, especially, it's definitely gonna affect you. I've had guys in the past before drive up the day before for games, so they don't have to worry about getting out of the car, stretching your legs. It's mostly more mental than physical, because you got to mentally get yourself prepared. You just get taking a long car ride, and you may be a little bit lazy, you're a little bit tired, whatever. So, and
Hmm.
these guys are just some of these guys are just coming from work, just getting off of work, got to go to work tonight, and mentally it can be draining. Then there's the football aspect of it, which is physical. That guys have to deal with it well as well. So anytime you're traveling that far, it's always an issue or problem, something like that. But I think my guys handled it well.
Yeah, I think so too.
I wouldn't take anything from my guys at all. I think that the Cobras did a fantastic job. They came out playing tough, playing hard, interview as well. So I'm excited, and I'm happy to see what's going on with that. So
Hey, look, I know we're getting limited on time here. I want to allow you to get back to whatever it is you're doing, and that problem with the audio is really aggravating me too. But
yeah, it's
what's
bothering me too.
what is your what would you say to the teams out there, especially us, because we play Sunday, our Maryland teams. What's the message to everybody that's playing on Sunday at the Y? What do you have to tell those guys, and just to be prepared? And we're going to have some pretty big name people there. They're going to be walking the field. You're going to be with them. We're going to obviously we have to try to represent ourselves right. I mean, what would you say to everybody that's going to be there on Sunday?
So I would say this to everybody: Sunday is going to be big, guys. I mean, honestly, we can come out there with the same mindset and the same attitude we did when we went to, Lamel. Minus the smoking and drinking and all that other stuff, or whatever. Just abide by the rules. Don't try anything slick. Don't try anything extra. When you get there, you cannot come into the gate right away. You got to get scanned in. You got to go through the safety protocol. That's part of us getting that field. Once you get your safety protocol check and everything like that, then you can come on in. If it's not your game, don't try to come in. You can't come in if it's not your game. You can warm up. There's a grass field, right across from the parking lot. There's one up top the hill. You can prepare and get ready over there. If you have a child that's with you, they have to be in the dugout area. They can't be running around on the sidelines. The dugouts is the designated area for children. Just abide by the rules. Only players and coaches can be on the sidelines. All of the fans, everybody else got to remain outside on the bleachers and things like that. Nobody is to hop the gate. If you're caught hopping the gate, I am suspending you a game. I don't care who you are. We got to be strict because these are what the rules are. I said it earlier. And there are not a lot of fields. I can't stress this enough. There are not, and I was a part of the process. There are not a lot of fields that are renting their football fields out. You know, we're grateful that YMCA, is renting their field out to us. You know, this is our home for the remainder of the season. You know, so it's not like, oh, we're gonna be playing somewhere else next year. No, we have a permit that has A7FL ball
Wow,
teams in there
that's
for
awesome.
the remainder of the season. So we'll be playing in this week and next week and the week after that and the week after that. You know, so we got
Yeah,
to
that's
treat.
good news.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we're there for the remainder of the season. So let's treat this with respect. The same way we have this field this Sunday, we'll have the same exact field in June and July. You know, so let's treat this with respect. You know, so that's my message to the guys. You know, we put everything in place that needs to be put in place. You know, so let's just come do what we got to do and enjoy, man. I know we didn't do might not have done a lot of this stuff last week because of the field that we were in, but it's all good. Is the hoodie tucked in? No, the hoodie's not tucked. Pat is always on me, about my fashion. He's always on me about my fashion. That's funny. It's not tucked in. Pat is always on me. He told me last week. He said, untuck my shirt and what do you say? Let my God. No, he said let my authority flow or something like that. So,
So
but
so
I
we
appreciate you
actually,
having me.
oh yeah, having Pat. Yeah, it's good. What's up, Pat? Thanks for
Yeah.
jumping in on the feed, bro. We got another question here from my cousin Sven.
Okay.
There you go. There's his question right on the screen.
Okay. You got to register on A7FL because of Corona.
Yeah,
No.
restrictions, right?
Yeah. So yeah, everybody's registering this year. Okay. So with each player registering, that covers for cost. Field costs and referees, and we got to pay guys like Derek, and we got to pay referees, and we got to pay for security and different things like that. So you know, that's what registration covers. Of course, guys are playing for prize money this year and stuff like that, which I believe that money is coming from investors and things like that. So that's mainly
Yeah.
what registration money goes towards and stuff like that. Much
Hey,
love.
yeah, it's Pat. Pat's back. Hey, for real, Pat. I like that block talk, man. You had
Yeah.
hopped off. I jumped on the feed. Coach came in. He was like, "Derek, ain't you supposed to be editing?" in
Oh
so many
yeah, yeah,
in so many words. But I love block talk, y'all. Hey, I'm gonna get you on this show. You know what I mean? You and Ryan, man. And
yep.
I was going to surprise Coach tonight. I was going to surprise Marcus, but I knew he was running on a short period of time, and I didn't want to really, because if you got the boys from Block Talk on, it would have just been crazy. We
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
have had
yeah.
enough time. But definitely, man, I appreciate y'all show too, man. I love that energy that y'all bring, man. It's gonna be an awesome season, and we're gonna be there the whole way. So I'm pumped about it. And we do this. Coach is still at work. Marcus is still at work. I did a
Yeah.
15-hour day. I'm exhausted. I'm trying to push this show out the best I can. I might look a little tipsy. I ain't had a sip of nothing yet. You know what I mean? Mind you, I said yet. But no doubt, man. We love what we do. We're gonna keep
Yes, sir.
pumping into the universe because that's just how it is over here. Hey, real quick, Coach, back to you. So you gave your predictions and you gave your criticism about everything, and you're not even necessarily criticism, but you let everybody know how things are going to be moving forward, at least here in Maryland. What about that Strowman Entertainment television team? How are they doing? Do you got any advice for them guys and their production, their filming? Is there anything that they can do to
They're
improve on?
doing a great job. They're doing a fantastic job, honestly. Those guys been around for quite some time, all veterans in the league, things like that. I really love the show, what they got going on. I got no complaints or nothing at all, really. I really, really love what those guys are doing. Eric's got his own flavor, his own style, and me and Eric we talked before, and I just told him just be you, be yourself. Don't got to worry about being nobody else, but being yourself. That's what makes the
Yeah.
show even greater.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you talking about Town Beef Productions, the new show? Yeah. I was when I asked the question, I was talking about myself and how
Oh,
the camera feed now and how the footage is looking. Do you have any advice for me and my team? And
oh
which
no,
is
no, no.
your team?
Yeah, absolutely. No, so I'm always very critical, and me and Derek always talk along, a lot about footage and things like that. Everything's been looking crisp. Hopefully we can throw a few surprises and some few gadgets out there this week.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, try to change a couple things up, and and kind of get there. So I'm excited. And I got no issues. Ike does an amazing job. I'm very,
Yeah, shouts out to Ike for
yeah.
sure.
We're gonna get Ike up in New Jersey one day, and getting him and LJ together, and we're gonna make that happen. I don't know when or where or, maybe not even how, but we're gonna make that happen. For sure. We're gonna make that happen for sure. So
And before I let you go, yeah, absolutely. I know it's going to happen. They enjoyed having Ike even when they came down here for the championship. So, um, real quick, I just want to let everybody know, just remind everybody that um, Coach Marcus Cole / Commissioner Cole has a detailing service in Heaven Sent. Excuse me, Heaven Sent. Gifted Hands Automotive Detailing, right? So he does a phenomenal job. All you got to do is go on his page, and I'm sure you scroll long enough, you'll see some of his work. Man, matter of fact, I got to get my car over there. You ain't never detailed my car. I'd like that. I'll pay for the. I don't know what kind of packages you got, but give me a brochure. Let me look.
okay, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
So
Talking enough.
big shouts out to you for doing that. And anybody that is interested in having their vehicle detailed, give Coach a shout, man. He does a lot. Coach is a busy man, but it's all for positive things. If he's winning, you winning. You know what I mean? So, but look, Coach, I know you got to go. You hit that time. It's 8:15. I ain't gonna keep you no longer. I look forward to seeing you Sunday. If you need anything before then, just give me a shout because I know daggone well I will call you if I need to.
Absolutely. Thanks
All
for
right.
having me. I really
Hey,
appreciate it.
absolutely. I will get you back on. Hopefully we could get Pat, and Ryan and get Black Talk involved and bring you back on and for another show, a later show. You know what I mean?
Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
All right, Coach. Well, you have a good night. I will talk to you later. All right.
We'll do, man. Have a good night.
See you,
Thanks.
brother. Good night. Whoa. See? Dang. See, it wasn't on my end. My audio sound fine now. I don't hear none of that noise. Do y'all hear that noise? I don't. So, shouts out to my Star City. That's right. Star City is in the building. Y'all do know we got a big red carpet, grand premiere coming up. Let's show a couple of these flyers real quick, man. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. I'm pretty sure y'all might have seen that one online already. It's Nature's Quest. The trailer's up and running right now. You can go on my page and find it. I've been sharing it all over the place. Tickets are only $35. I'm going to have hard tickets here soon, but you can go to Eventbrite. You can go to Eventbrite right now. There it is. So there it is, Saturday, May 15th. 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. shows, the red carpet Grand Slam movie premiere. The address is down at the bottom there. It's Bel Air Road. It's the Horizon Movie Theater. All right, Horizon Movie Theater. You're going to see two movies, Nature's Quest and Reversed Freedom. Okay, here's the flyer for Reversed Freedom. A lot of people involved. At the top there, you see Tim Ledard. He's an actor, but he's also part of the production team. He helps out. A couple familiar faces there. I don't know if you know. There's Johnny Lang right there toward the bottom. Keith Luckhart right beside him. It's people, who are local kind of celebrities around here that got involved in this production, and they did a phenomenal job. And there's a lot of people who have been part of previous productions that are now part of the most recent stuff that we do. So understand we stay busy. Don't be surprised if I give you a shout, inbox you, ask you to send me a headshot or something, and you'll find yourself in one of our indie films. Now, granted, it might not be for you. You got to come in just like anybody else and cast for the role. We love it. We have a good time with it. We plan on doing things in the future that will obtain you things like your internet movie database credits. It's called IMDb credits. We are putting stuff in festivals. We are not playing around. All right. As you can see, we actually have the Horizon Theater booked already, paid for May 15th. And we're going to showcase 2 short films. So this is what we do. This is what we do. We love it. We're going to continue to do it. We want you all out there to join us in this quest. No pun intended with the Nature's Quest. But we want you all to join us in this quest to help create Maryland as the new Hollywood. And we can do it if we work together. You see the banner behind me, Stroman Entertainment. I have my own company. It's been up and running. But I have no problem with joining forces to help better progress. Okay, we have to push forward, and it's best if we do it together. It's tough out there by yourself trying to do everything because it costs coin. You need coin to make a lot of these things happen. Budgets don't come out of thin air. You got to work for them. So just be supportive. And speaking of support, I want to give a shout out to one of my sponsors and Heaven Sent Assisted Living, located at 4411 Frankfurt Ave in Baltimore. Okay, it's right there off of Bel Air Road. There's 2 vacancies right now for residents, and of course, in order to be a resident, you got to meet the criteria. So, it's not easy to become part of an establishment like that. You have to actually go there, walk the land. It's a nice facility. I mean, their establishment is so nice. I think it's got like 11, 12 rooms, but it's beautiful, man. I went over there. I shot a commercial for my uncle. That's my uncle. It's my Uncle John and his wife Chantel. It's a beautiful establishment. I was joking in the studio last night at TV Free, and I said, "Shoo, they got 2 vacancies. I wouldn't mind moving up. I wouldn't mind moving up in there." And it's no joke. It's that nice. It's that nice over there. So again, that's Heaven Sent Assisted Living. Look them up if you know somebody in need. Again, there's still 2 available spots for residents. You become a resident there, or your loved one will become a resident there. What's that? Hold on. What you say, Curly? When Black Talk coming back, Smoke? They actually ran one. When was that? That was just the other night. And it was a good one. Ryan came on and Ryan was lit, man. Ryan came on. And when I say lit, I don't even think he was on anything. I don't think he smoked or drank anything. He just had a lot to say. And believe it or not, I was feeling my brother, man. I understood where he was coming from. And that's why I jumped on the feed and had to talk to him, man. I had to talk to him, and I don't get on people's feeds like that. But hey, much love. I respect them guys. They respect us. So, it takes respect to get respect. Respect is earned, but y'all know that. You know what I mean? So yeah, Curly, I'm going to get them guys on this show, and the other show, So we got a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be real crazy here. The season's going to be crazy, So real pumped, excited about the future, y'all. So moving on before I close out this show for the night and get back with my family, y'all. It's Friday. I ain't going nowhere though. I got school in the morning. Let me see. But yeah, y'all definitely have a safe weekend. All right. Don't do nothing crazy. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. So yeah, keto meal prep. Chef Chris Francis. another sponsor. He's over there, not too far from Heaven Sent. He's on Hartford Road over there at Atlantic Catering. Um, Keto meals, low carb, good food. Call him up. He delivers for free. You probably ain't far from there. Some of y'all A7 guys, I know y'all probably live on that side of town, overly, around that way. Call him up. Use my promo code for 15% off. All you gotta do is go to the website. Go to the website. Hold on, where's that? Right here. Website www.kmpac.com and look at the menu. You're going to be shocked. I'm telling you, I was shocked. The variety of food that he has on there. I mean, it's a lot of food, and it's healthy food. Food you could just eat a lot of. I mean, you gotta still exercise. You know, I don't want you to think you just eat and go right to sleep all the time. No, but it's good food. It's low carb. It's cooked to perfection. You know, and you get a discount on it. Hey, you got to eat, right? You're going to eat one way or another. So ain't no way around eating. Might as well eat something that you're going to enjoy, and it can be job healthy for you too. So shouts out to them, you know, and just, you know, I just want to, you know, give another shout out to Phase 4 Liquors. And that's just right behind me here. You know what I mean? And if you go into Phase 4 right there in Merritt Park, Plaza, or whatever they call it over there where the Wells Fargo is, you can't miss it. It's a brand new sign. It says Phase 4 Liquors in red, white, and blue. Go in there, make a purchase, get yourself 10% off of that too. So, you know, we just keep pressing forward, man. The sponsors keep coming in. I got people who are still coming at me about, hey, look, man, you know what we got to do. I'm negotiating all the time. If you want me to rock your shirt on the show, or have your company, your business scrolling across the screen and talk about what you're doing and divert business your way, give me a holler. Y'all know who I am. I'm easy to find, right? So yeah, well, that's it, man. It's late. Well, it ain't really late, but it's late when you've already worked 15 hours. And again, hey Sven, if you're still watching this feed, and I know it's 2 a.m. over there, I don't hear the sound no more. That must have been coming from Marcus's end. So I don't know. We still working out the kinks, trying to get the show tight. So once again, before I close out, I want y'all to see again, I'm gonna have tickets in my hand, physical tickets to hand to you guys. If you want to come to this premiere, and we're also working on a live stream too. We're working on a way to live stream it to where, you know, some people, you know, still kind of feeling that social distancing thing and don't want to be, you know, sitting next to anybody. Even though the way we got the two premieres, you're gonna have plenty of room to space yourself in the theater. So you'll be sitting here. There'll be somebody else 12 feet, double the 6 foot away from you, so you can just enjoy the program. You know what I mean? But then we're also going to offer, a live feed, so you'll be able to watch it from home. You've already paid. When it's premiering, you can watch it from home. So Star City's got the app. We got an app being developed. It's almost done. So we're doing big things here, man. Big things. Hop on board while you can. Hop on board. I know who you are. I know you out there. You've inboxed me. You said, hey, Derek, some of you call me Stro. Some of you call me Mr. Stroman. Hey, how can I be a part of what you're doing? Hey, I'm an aspiring actor, aspiring actress. Hit me up and let's see if we can put something together. But check these flyers out though, man. I mean, it's Nature's Quest, a dangerous entanglement. And it's good. I'm in this. The trailer, hold on. The trailer showcases me in there too. So look at the trailer. It's online. It's on YouTube. I'm in it. All right. Then we have Reverse Freedom, which is still under construction, but the footage is amazing. Looks good. It's going to be a great short film. And again, these are short films. These are short films. You know, they're not going to keep you all day. Not short films. They kind of go pretty quick. That's why we're premiering 2 of them. And then, you know, I got to give a shout out to my boy Johnny Lang and the Speak Your Mind show that we do at TV Free. We had it last night. We had our guest Scott Zeiss. It was a bad feed there. I don't know what's going on with these feeds. It was a bad feed there last night too. So, you know, we couldn't keep him. We couldn't keep him as long as we wanted, but that's okay. We're going to get him back on. And a lot of other people are scheduled to be on the show. So I've run a couple shows and I got more shows coming up. Also look out for the Warrior Mode. That's myself, Bill Bean, the Spiritual Warrior, Travis Short, Kev Baker over in Glasgow, Scotland. That's another phenomenal show. We run that show on YouTube. It streams on YouTube only every Sunday night starting at 7 p.m. Okay, so if you want to see how that show is and you know, get a dose of what we do with that unit over there, and then you'll see me with my Warrior Mode shirt on. Then I have my Warrior Mode shirt on. So with a lot of awesome things going on, man. Get yourselves involved. Get out there and do something. You know, if you got a dream, pursue it. You know, don't sit around saying it can't happen. You know, so that's my little PSA for the night before I close this show out. And shouts out to the real brothers, Trey, you know, Andre, Eric, that whole team over there. There's my man Trey. Necropolis, I can't wait. I'm in that too. You know, I'm trying to be a part of as many productions as possible, you know. And again, real brothers. And hey, Jay Roberts, that's him on the designs, graphics there. So, and he's working on something. I got a little trick in the bag. I got a little, well, not a trick. I got a little secret that's about to come out. I'm going to have to let out of the bag here real soon. And some fun stuff that I think you guys are going to enjoy as well. So, all right, I ain't taking up no more of the airwaves tonight. This has been the Speak Your Mind show. Once again, shout out to my man, Johnny Lang. And much love. Y'all have a good weekend. And I'll see you soon.